Hello, guys. Running a little bit late here. So Friday live. So much happening this week, and I thought I really just had to hop on before tomorrow, because tomorrow there is a new moon, and it's like really the first new moon in this year, but it's also just before, it's the day before the Chinese New Year, which a lot of people consider the start of the new year. I feel there are three New Years. It's the 1st of January, there's the Chinese New Year, and then there's also when the moon, for the solstice, and that, the start of Aquarius, which is like that's the first, starting. So I just want to talk a little bit about the energy and what to expect coming up around this new moon. And I'm going to read some cards. I'm going to read some what I call manifesting cards, but they're my ascended master cards and angel cards, not angel cards, ascended master and goddess cards put together. So I'm going to read for those, but just about tomorrow. So the moon is at 8:53 p.m. in Irish UK time. My cards ready. And it's at 1 degrees, which is interesting. 1 degree, which is all about new beginnings. New moons are always new beginnings. And this is actually the third of 5 new moons in a row that are all at 1 degree. So there's a huge amount of change, new beginnings. The first 2 were in 2022, sort of signifying what we were moving into. And now this is the first one, in 2023. And the next 2 will also be at 2 degrees. And in fact, full moons have been at 16 degrees for the past 3 or 4, I think, and there's another 3 full moons at 16 degrees, and 16 adds up to 7, which is the same numerology code of this year, 2023. When you add 2 to 20, 23, 2, 2, 3 together, you get 7. So this is a 7 universal year, which is all about sevens are intuitive. You need to stop and listen to your intuition and listen to downloads and take action on inspiration. So the good year for starting new things and inspiration. This year, so the moon and the sun are both in Aquarius. Always the moon and the sun are together for new moon, and we're moving into that age of Aquarius. It's a super moon as well, which means that the moon is closer to the earth, so it will have more impact. It'll feel more impactful. This could also bring up a little bit of seismic activity that often happens when there's a new moon or with eclipses and things, but it'll also feel like it has that sort of seismic activity inside us as well. There's a lot of tension building up. In fact, the day after the new moon, on the 22nd, Uranus is going to station direct, and anytime a planet, especially one of the outer planets, stations, it sort of stops in the sky before it changes direction, and it's about to go forward, it's about to go direct, but it will really amplify that Uranian energy. Now, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, which the new moon is in Aquarius, and we're moving into that age of Aquarius. So it'll bring up a lot of the tension between that. It'll bring a lot of that Aquarian energy. So the Aquarius is sort of like the maverick. It loves freedom. It's intuitive and creative, but also just, there's a bit of a rebel, a lot of a rebel actually. It's revolutions and that sort of rebellious sort of, not for no reason. So Aquarius loves freedom and loves to be sovereign and in her own or his own power, knowing that you're free to make your own decisions. And right at the time of the new moon, we've got Pluto in its last degree. So it's at 28 degrees in Capricorn. And Capricorn is that, it's, the controller. It's about top-down systems. I've spoken a lot about this, so I'm not going to go into it. So it's more about control and trying to keep people down and together and leading, whereas the Aquarius energy wants to collaborate. It wants to connect with other people, and it wants to be free. So there may be I think there will be a bit of tension between those two during the new moon. So watch out for that a couple of days beforehand, which is today, and a couple of days afterwards, because this never just happens on the spot. There is that sort of energy that crosses over. Um, so what I want to say about it, because we're moving into a new moon, and the new moon is always the time to set your intentions. Setting new intentions it's a brilliant time for setting intentions. And I look at it like in old days, and people still do, set seeds for planting around the new moon, because then the power of the moon, as the moon gets fuller, sort of brings up that energy of growth. And it affects us as humans, so it will affect us and our bodies and our mindset, and it'll help us to kind of, put more attention and activity into what we want to create. So if you decide right now, if you decide what you want to create for this next lunar phase, it will be really a powerful start. And the first step to manifesting anything is to be clear, is to have pure clarity about what you want to create. Got to know what you're doing before you do it. If you were going to go on a journey, and you didn't know, you knew where you were going, but you didn't know how to get there, you would set your GPS system, you would key in where you want to go, but you have to know where you're going in order to get there. You might even have a clear picture of what that is. I would feel it's really important right now in these last couple of days to get very clear. And I love when a new moon falls over a weekend, because I can have that bit of extra time to really get clear about what I want to do. Now I can see a couple of comments here, and I can't see your names for some reason. It's just saying Facebook user, and I don't know why that is, because there is a link under as I go live to show it's StreamYard.com. You need to let StreamYard have permission to use your name from Facebook. But just tell me who you are if you're there. The other thing is, so getting clear is really important. And then when you're clear about it on the new moon or after it, so it's at 8:53 p.m. Irish UK time. So subtract 5 hours if you're Eastern American, 8 hours minus 8 hours if you are. So it'll be it'll be about 1 p.m., coming up to 1 p.m. if you're in Pacific time, or add wherever you are in the world. But if you're clear about it and then decide, do a little ritual, write down what your intentions are. And I'll put a link, actually I might have it here. I have a free meditation in my PayHip account for the new moon. So I'm just going to post it into the comments here. I think this is it. Yeah. So if you go here to payhip.com, you'll be able to download a new moon meditation. So how do I get rid of that? I can get rid of that. I can't. I need to sit up a little higher. My chair's going down. The banner is in front of my face. Okay. So anyway, so what I would suggest you do is you get really clear about what you want, and then you can listen. You can download that audio if you don't already have it, and just listen to the new moon meditation. Now, I'm not sure when I made that new moon meditation, so I may have mentioned where the new moon was. I will be making a new one, and I'm going to put it up there. But I think I think any of my new moon meditations will help you to make that intention and get into the ritual. Hi Cara, good to see you. Hi TJ. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, Facebook's just being silly. It is. It is a lot. Yes, I'm still here on Facebook. Okay, so there's nothing else I think I need to tell you. What do you want? Yeah, because in order to, okay, so you get clear about what it is you want, and then you set your intentions. But in order for that to grow, we have to put our attention on it. So where your attention goes, your energy flows. Wherever you put your attention, you're giving energy to it. So if you want to create something magnificent or new, or even something small, You do need to give it your attention. And I liken it to if you're setting a seed at the new moon and you put that seed into the ground, you will attend to it. You might imagine what the seed is going to grow into, what it flowers like, or maybe it's a herb or something. You put your seed in and you're going to water it. You might even feed it. You're going to give it attention. You might even give it love and chat to it, which I have done and does work. Say nice things, give love into it. So the same thing goes for your intentions when you set them, and spend some attention looking at it, thinking about it, and then you're going to get those interesting sort of downloads or ideas or insights from the universe to take the next step. Okay, I'm going to read a couple of cards. I'm going out tonight and I do need to spend a bit of time on myself. I look a little woolly. It's raining here. It's very wet here in Cork in Ireland. Wet and drizzly rain. And I haven't even been out in it, but my hair turns to fuzz on a day like this. Okay, so I'm just going to pull some cards in line with the law of attraction. So I've got two fell out. I'm just going to read these to see. So anybody there, if you want to pop in a number just to help me out in case nothing else jumps out, I'm going to read about 5 of these. So just post a number down below between 1 and 5, I guess. 5 for you, Cara. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And number 3, 1, 2, 3. Gosh, they're quite. These are cards that I feel haven't come out for quite a while, actually. I'm just going to choose one more. It's very few people on today. Okay, so I'm going to choose this card that's sticking up. And actually it was 2, so I've got 6 cards. So the first card is the High Priestess, okay? The High Priestess. Be the High Priestess right now. You are the High Priestess. Be that version of yourself. Step into your power. We are powerful, powerful beings. I'm not sure if you can see me. It's getting dark in here. We're very powerful beings. And when you step into that power, when you really own it, believe it, and connect with it, any of the meditations that I do in this group, I always bring in that light, I ground, and build up your power from your divine connection. And speak. There's a little blue stone. Blue stones are really good to have around your neck when you're speaking. But this is speaking from your heart. Speak the truth. Speak from your heart. Put on your crown. Be who it is you want to be in this world, and just come from that place. Now we have Bridget, which is an Irish saint, and actually I love Bridget. Bridget is, even though this is a really probably an awful painting, it is Bridget is a beautiful saint, and St. Bridget's Day is the 1st of February. So it's actually very relevant that she's popped out now, because it's in that Aquarian age, and she really probably was a very typical Aquarian, the healer and outspoken and the maverick and all of that, and loved freedom and helped people sort of, be sovereign. She was a sovereign being. So this card is all about that energy, actually, and just saying, don't back down, stand up for what you believe in. When you use your voice, when you speak, when you do that, when you stand up and when you be that sovereign person, don't back down. If you've something that you really truly believe in, if you want to do something, if you really truly believe in it, do that, be that, embody that. And reach out to me if you're trying to do something that you feel that is eluding you, because I can help with that. But when you really embody that and allow that to burning ambition to shine out and to do something, it will really work. And this is the card that you chose for all of us, Cara. So it's come out of the closet, which is to step into that power and speak, to be seen, to be visible. Don't back down. Be your high priestess. Don't back down and speak up. Be visible. Be everywhere. I need this today, actually. I've been procrastinating on doing a live on LinkedIn for some reason. I just feel that's a scary platform. And I've started moving on to LinkedIn because I feel a lot of more my ideal clients, one-to-one clients are there, but I find speaking in a different place, I just need to put on my big girl's pants and do it. So this is really what this is saying. There's also an element of there might be a conversation that you need to have with somebody. There might be something that you need to say that you might be avoiding saying. It's like step into that power. These cards are really reading very well together. Then the fourth one is purification. So be very careful about what you put into your body. Say no more than that. Be very careful what you put into your body. You are sensitive. We're getting more and more sensitive, and as we're moving into this age as well, and even in the last couple of years, there has been a huge amount of upgrades in energy. We're moving into a much more higher energetic time. There's been an awful lot of M class, F class flares, a lot of sun, flares, and huge amounts of energy downloads. And it may be that we are becoming much more sensitive. You may notice that your skin might be sensitive. You might notice that you're hearing things that you're maybe it's like tinnitus or sounds. You might notice that you're picking up on energies, on other people's energies. It's all a sign that you're getting more sensitive. Now, in the old days, when I grew up, we would have been sort of, you're too sensitive. Oh, and it was almost like, um, it was wrong or it was bad to be sensitive. But I look at it as a really good thing, because when you're sensitive, your body is listening to what you really need. It's absorbing, and you know what you should have, what you shouldn't have, what you should eat, what you should drink, what you should put into your body, or both physically putting into your body, and also the stuff that you listen to, you know, turn off the news, turn off TV if you can, turn off outside distractions, and choose what you want to listen to. Choose the conversations that you want to listen to. Choose the people you want to be around, because there are toxic people, toxic thoughts, toxic, aggressive sort of things going on. Step back from it. Just step back from it. I follow somebody who actually, now I couldn't do this because I use my phone a lot and I use the internet a lot, but she turns on her phone when she needs to use it for a code, if she needs to get into her bank or something like that. That's when she turns on her phone, or if she is traveling, because she just feels she doesn't want to be connected to all that noise. But just this, just choose for you what's right for you. And then this card is fertility, which is coming up to the new moon, is a really important card, because it's the time when we can set seeds of intentions that will really, really grow. What do you want to have happen this year? And look, I'm not into making resolutions, but we have to have a dream. We always have to have a dream and know where we're going. And don't beat yourself up for whatever didn't happen last year. Praise yourself for what you did do, and recognize how far you've come in certain areas. But when you do that, when you bring gratitude into what you're creating, gratitude for where you are and how far you've come in the past, and gratitude for just being here, surviving the last few years, just being here, and knowing that there's more to come and it's better, and that as we move forward, I really feel that we're going to get faster and faster at manifesting and better at it. But fertility is the meaning behind that card, is this is a really fertile time for you. Fertile in any way you want to be fertile, but ideas, I read it for me, and a lot of people, for as ideas, intentions, things that you want to do. Just be that. And this card was stuck to that coming out because I was only going to read 5. So it's obviously relevant. It's mother, wife, sister, daughter. And I'm going to read that in the way that we need to be that. We need to be our own mother, wife, sister, daughter. We need to nurture and nourish ourselves right now. Start with yourself this weekend. Do something lovely for you. Spend some time just creating, writing, doodling. What is it I want? Just be curious and write it down. And then when you're setting your intentions on Saturday night, or if you would have a life and you're not going out on Saturday night, Sunday morning, Sunday sometime, do it as soon as you can after the new moon, because then you'll have more momentum going forward. I love you all. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to try to keep my videos a bit short because I think they're just too long for some people. And have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful new moon. Bye for now.